This morning, we're recapping last night's primary election results. In Montana's four-way Republican U.S. Senate contest, State Auditor Matt Rosendale came out on top and will face Democratic incumbent Jon Tester this fall. MTN's Mike Dennison was with Rosendale last night and files this report.
As expected, Matt Rosendale captured the Republican nomination Tuesday to take on Democratic U.S. Senator Jon Tester this fall. But it was far from a cakewalk. Former State District Judge Russell Fagg of Billings jumped to an early lead last night with a big showing in his home county of Yellowstone. But Rosendale clawed his way back, taking the lead shortly after 10 p.m. and slowly pulling away the rest of the evening. He ended the night with about 34% of the vote to Fagg's 29%, and then took aim at Tester in his victory speech.
Jon Tester has become part of that corrupt system back in Washington, D.C. He's hanging out with the lobbyists and the elitists. He has literally bought a home in Washington and moved to Washington.
Tester is considered one of the more vulnerable Democratic incumbents in the nation as he runs for re-election in a state that Donald Trump won by 20 points. Tester's camp didn't waste any time going after Rosendale, calling him an East Coast developer who looks out for himself. The two men are scheduled for their first debate June 17th in Whitefish. Rosendale made it clear that he'll campaign as a Trump Republican.
We need to send President Trump some conservative reinforcements who will end the liberal obstruction and work with him to pass his agenda of making America great again.
And that he's in the business of cutting rather than utilizing government.
Folks, I am not running in this race to bring home the bacon. I am running this race to slaughter the hog of big government.
As Matt Rosendale said himself Tuesday night, the hard part is just beginning as he tries to take down Democratic U.S. Senator Jon Tester this fall. But there won't be much doubt about where he stands on the issues or the contrast between these two candidates. Reporting from Helena, Mike Dennison, MTN News.
Big Sky businessman Troy Downing and State Senator Al Olszewski of Kalispell finished third and fourth in the GOP primary. The U.S. Senate race will also have a Libertarian candidate on the ballot this fall. For the Green Party, Steve Kelly will advance to the November election. Well, Russ Fagg conceded around midnight last night. We caught up with him for his thoughts on the campaign.
It's been a terrific campaign. I've really enjoyed it. I met a whole bunch of wonderful people. The outpouring of support has been amazing, and I told you before, I am just incredibly grateful, and I still feel incredibly grateful. It's been a wonderful adventure, and I'm really glad I jumped into it.
Fagg said before last night's election, the party will need to unify and rally behind whoever was chosen to take on Tester.